Welcome everyone to DC Optics and More. If you're new to the channel, thanks for joining us. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much for watching. Well, last video, we talked a little bit about the 17 HMR, and I told you that I will do a review on my Commander NV500. Well, today's the day. I'm going to do that review. I'm going to do an unboxing. Let everybody see what I have inside the box here. But before we do the unboxing, just wanted to kind of go over some of the things that's in here and what this scope has to offer. It's got a 4K 120 FPS video recording, interchangeable lens, 2 times, 4 times, and 5 times. It's got a integrated trajectory for your ballistics calculator. These are the different types of radical you can have. There's 7 different types of radical and 5 colors for your radicals. So it just depends on what you want to do, where you're setting, where you're at out in the woods, your background. You want to kind of choose the appropriate color for your background so you can actually see your radical. On the side of the box here is a real 4K recording, microphone, digital zoom. There's 13 digital zooms up to 256 gigabyte rangefinder, gyroscope, e-compass, day, starry, and night mode. The magnification is 2 by 16, 4 by 32, and 6 by 48. And it also has lens detection. So in other words, if you interchange, there's 3 different lenses in here, and if you interchange the lens, it will detect which lens you actually have on the scope itself. You can do pictures, photos, videos. It has an HD port, IP rating. The IP rating is a waterproof rating, and that's a 67, which is a pretty good rating. Picture in picture. That way, if you're looking down the scope and you see your target or your object, you can also have another small picture that's just above what you're looking at. It's more zoomed in, so you can actually see the object a little bit more where the radical is actually at. Profile management, you have 6 different profiles. So when you have your scope, and just say you went to the ballistic calculator and you put in all the ballistics for the rounds that you're using on your weapon, you can store that in the first profile. And then if you have other bullets that you're using with different ballistics, you can store that in the second one, and so on and so on and so on. And that also is good for if you have different rifles that you're using, and you can put that type of ballistics calculation in there, so it'll know exactly what rifle you're using, and then it'll set the radical to 0, and it'll work perfect for that weapon, and also it'll work for any weapon you use. So that's why they have 6 different programs you can actually set it at. And one shot 0, I will show you guys on that how that works and what that is. You know, you take your first shot, you find out where the bullet went, then you just take your one shot 0 and you travel to where that bullet hole is, and then you sight it in from there, and then it'll go back to where you actually aim, and it'll go to 0. I will show you that as well in the video when I go ahead and do that. But for today and for now, we're going to do the unboxing so we can see exactly what we have inside here. Oneleaf sent this to me to do a review, so I'm going to do the review. It's an unboxing review. Haven't even opened it up. It's still in the plastic, so I'm going to open that up right now so we can all see what's inside here together. So right now I'm just going to unwrap it, take off all this plastic. I'm just as excited as you are. Been waiting to see it, been waiting to get it. So let's see what we have. All right, let's see. Okay, you got a lint cloth to clean your lenses. Instruction manuals inside here as well. Let's see, let's open this up and see what we have inside. Of course, the lens cloth, your instruction manual. We can go over that and all the features. Cool. And then you have instructions for your IR illuminator, which looks like a flashlight, but it's just for your night vision. And I'll show you that as well. All right, that's another little instruction. Oneleaf also gives you a 2-year warranty on the scope. If you have any issues or any problems, or if you need any upgrade, just go to support@oneleaf.ai and they will help you out. Trust me, the customer service is excellent. I've already contacted them about an issue I had with my One-Shot Zero, and they gave me the link to upgrade on my NV400. I did the upgrade and it works like a charm. No issues with that. Let's see what this is. Felt claw. Oh, it's a felt bag. All right. That way you can probably put your scope in there, store it if you're not using it. Nice packaging. Let's see what this is. Okay. This is your mount for your Picatinny rail. Slide this over just a little bit. You also have a battery charger. I know it comes with the 16850 batteries. And this is your, okay, this is the IR illuminating light. And very nice function for it. It mounts on the side of your scope like you would on the Picatinny rail. This is the off and on button, and also this is a button to illuminate if you want low illumination, medium illumination, or bright illumination. This front part here twists and it says near and far. Near, it would give you more of a wide, like a floodlight. It just illuminates everything. The further you go out with it too far, it focuses just on the Pacific area, almost like a flashlight would, a high beam flashlight where you just focus in on one certain spot that you're looking at to make sure that you see what you're wanting to see, say a rabbit, coyote, groundhog, whatever you're trying to shoot at, or even your targets. And you just want to focus in on just that area. That's what this is for. And if you want to focus in on the whole area, you just bring it back a little bit and it would brighten everything else up. This is for your night vision. Without this, the night vision is kind of dark. You can still see, but it's dark. With the illuminator, the IR illuminator, it brightens everything up, and the night view looks really clear, bright. You see everything. So this is a must-have. Okay, well, here's one lens. Let's see which lens this is. This has to be the 2 times lens, the smallest lens. It also has an opening here for your sunshade. You unscrew this here and you screw in your sunshade. Let me see if I can find the sunshade. Oh yes, it's right here. This is a sunshade. You attach it just on the front like this here during the daytime. And then at night, you can flip up the whole entire front cover and expose more light for night vision. So that's a good option to have. Let's put this back on. Okay. That's one lens. This is the other lens. It has the same concept. You can flip this up. And this is what is it, 2 times? Let's see what they say it is. 2 times 4. Same concept. We'll put that back. And now I'll give you a rundown on how to adjust and put them on the scope. This is the 5 times lens. Really nice, really nice. And same thing, it does have a protective lens in the back. These little brass dots, try not to touch them, but this is what gives a signal to your scope that what particular lens you are actually installing on your scope. Let's see what this is. This is the scope. Wow, look how small that is. Compared to the NV500 without the back eyepiece installed, but just look at the size difference in the comparison. Really compact, really nice. This here is basically like your diopter lens where you can turn it to adjust the focus for when you're looking inside. You can adjust the focus here like a diopter would on a regular scope. And then it has another lens cover right here. And those little dots, those little pins I was telling you about, they line up to these pins here. So I'm going to put one on there real quick just to show you what it looks like. Let's set this down right here. So those are the little pins, and they line up with that facing right there. So and how do you attach this is you just pull this lever back. There's a little lever right there, and there's an arrow, and it tells you with a little finger. You line that up. Once you line that up, you turn it, and it will click. And once it clicks, let me see if I'm getting this right. There it goes. Hear the click. Let's do that again. You see how that clicked up? So now it's on there. And then the arrow or the finger, the hand will show that that's locked in there so you know you have it in and it's secure. It's not moving. You have to give a little bit of pressure to push it down just to get it to lock in there, but it locks in really well. So that's how you attach it to your scope. So once you attach it to your scope, it would automatically read what lens you're actually using. And then you go ahead and start adjusting what you need to adjust. This is your eyepiece. It goes to the back. You screw this on. And that's for your the back of your scope, so you can use it as an eyepiece for at night. So you can either get close up to it or you can stay far away. It just depends on what's comfortable for you. But I'm going to go ahead and put a lens on there. Just kind of put it all together, see the exact length of it. So let's push the arrow, push this in, and turn it. Make sure I got it right. There it goes. Didn't want to force it on. I just want to make sure that it goes on right. There, that's on right. So now I'm going to install the sun shield. And this right here is your rangefinder. So that's part of it right there. And this is the IR illuminator that attaches right here, right above your rangefinder. So let's kind of open this up a little bit and attach the IR illuminator. Let's move this box out of the way a little bit and put this down so we can attach the IR illuminator. Okay, there we go. I'll hold that there for a second because I know they also give you a USB-C cable to charge your batteries. They also give you some O-rings, extra O-rings, quite a few extra O-rings, I should say. And they also give you, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws to mount your scope to your scope mount for your Picatinny rail. So let's see which one of these Allen screws are for your, I believe it might be this one. Nope, it's not. It's going to be this one. So we're going to adjust this so we can lock this into the scope. Okay. Now let's see. I'm going to bring this back just a little bit. It's kind of midway, and I'm going to bring the lighting just above all that so I can see the 3 lights when they come on. Okay. Just remember you have to remove this as well. Remove that. And inside here, you open it up, you just twist it, and you have a battery. Remove that protective shield, and this is your battery. This is the 18650 battery, which inside of the scope also has two 816 internal batteries that can't come out, so you have to charge it from the USB-C cord. That's why they give you that. And this here fits on the chargers that they give you as well. So you can charge this separately if it happens to go low a little bit, or if you want to keep it charged fully. I usually recommend, if I'm done through the day and I'm done shooting, I will go ahead and charge the batteries and make sure that they're fully charged. On the side right here, you have a little port that you open up, and this is where your HDMI cord goes. This is where your USB-C cord goes, and you also have a little disc that you can record and transfer to a computer and download all your information, download all your pictures that you've taken, all your videos you've taken, and then you can insert it back in there. And this also is how you upgrade your scope as well. So, and you take your charging cord and you plug it in, and then you can charge your internal batteries with this right here. So let's put this back on. All right. So this is pretty much how the scope looks. And if you want to do a comparison to the NV500, we'll go with the eyepiece in the back. We'll even those up. Look at the difference in size. The weight comparison, this is probably, I would say, maybe pound and a half, which I know already this is 2.25 pounds. And if you look at it on top of your weapon, that's a big difference. Now, let's go back to the scope here and show you some of the functions. This is your off and on switch or button. You press it about 4 seconds. The inside will illuminate and let you see your scope, the reticle, and then if you hold the button down for a second, it will turn it back off completely. But if you just do a quick push, it will just put it in sleep mode. Now, this button up here is a button to change the menu. If you're on your menu and you want to go to a certain point of your menu, or a certain like your first focal plane, your second focal plane, your ballistics menu, or your positioning menu, or your reticle, and all you have to do is turn it either clockwise or counterclockwise, and then it'll get you to where you got to go. Then once you're there, you do a real short press, and another screen will come up on the side showing all different types of reticles that you have. And then you can choose whichever reticle you want. So if you say if you want to get reticle number 1, you just short press it, and there goes reticle number 1. It shows, and then you long press it for about 4 seconds, and then it'll go back to the screen, and you're able to proceed with either planking, shooting your target, or hunting. This button here is your video record button. This button is your button to change your night, starry, or daytime, and also pictures. This here is to change, real short press will change the brightness of your screen on the inside. I will get into more detail, more in depth about all the functions, because this is loaded with functions. I will get into more details and depth about it on the next video. But right now, I'm just kind of going through the unboxing part of it, checking it out because this is the first time seeing it. I'm new to this one. It's nice. I heard it was just like the NV400, but better because you had the interchangeable lenses, and I had 3 of the interchangeable lenses. So I'm really stoked about it. Can't wait to try it out. Check it out tonight to see what it looks like, see how it functions, how it performs. So yeah, it's really nice. I like it because I know the NV400 is really impressive, and I know this will be impressive as well. But I thank Oneleaf AI for sending this to me. I highly recommend you guys check out Oneleaf AI. Go to the website, see what they have to offer. Um, and choose your scope. They have a night vision binoculars. I haven't had that one yet, but I'm going to get that one. I had the NV100 as well, and I upgraded to the NV400, and now I upgraded to the NV500. I had the 3 lenses, and I heard they're coming out with one more lens for this. That will be really nice. I would like to check that one out as well. But I would do a more in-depth video on the functionality of the scope, show you guys the internal workings of it, what to look for, the menu, go over some of the points of the menu. So yeah, this is really cool. I like it a lot. So check out Oneleaf AI. A great company, great customer service. They'll get back to you relatively quick. So this is it. I'm really happy to see it, have it, and can't wait to try it out. So give Oneleaf AI a shout. Let them know DC Optics sent you, and happy hunting, happy shooting. You guys enjoy it. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.